So James, did your mom ever let you play with fireworks when you were a kid? Go around the block? And...
Well, no. I mean, dangerous for kids, right?
Yeah, but that's half the fun. It's the dangerous aspect.
Well, sure, but I don't really saw it that way.
Well, you think she'd have a problem with you playing with some firecracker meatballs made out of chicken?
Yeah, but I mean, she also said you're not supposed to play with your food.
Oh my god.
So,
Did your mom let you have any fun? Were you able to play with anything when you were a kid?
well, my imaginary friend,
Okay then.
his name is Greg. So, Chris, planning on hosting any parties anytime soon?
No.
Well, have I got the recipe for you?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Firecracker chicken meatballs.
Okay. What's that have anything to do with me?
I mean, it's like a small bite appetizer, finger food. You're probably going to have people over.
But I'm not, though. So...
Okay, but, I mean, you get this firecracker sauce, meatball,
Okay.
put them together.
Alright. Well,
Firecracker chicken meatball.
I mean, what kind of sauce is this?
Firecracker.
Firecracker. Well, I
You're
mean,
going to have so many people over.
you think so. You keep saying this, but, well, we'll roll the dice, James. If it ends up sucking, it's on you. You have a party of one, all to yourself, with your goofy firecracker chicken balls of meat. Okay, guys, well, to get everything started, what we're going to do, you're going to take a couple of sheet pans, line it with some parchment paper to reduce some mess, and then you're also going to make sure your oven racks are roughly within the center of the oven. Preheat that bad boy to 475.
Hot.
Hot! So hot.
And from there, we're going to start with our firecracker sauce.
That's right. To get that started, you're going to need a half cup of your favorite hot sauce, whatever that may be. You're going to throw in 1 cup of brown sugar and 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Apple cider vinegar.
Little. Why not?
And then from there, top it all off with a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, at least.
At least.
You want to make it spicy.
If you want it extra firecrackery, just add more.
That was my firecracker impression.
That's pretty good. Give it about a 7.
I'll take it. From there, we're going to bring our sauce to a boil over some medium to high heat. And from there, we're going to bring it down after that to a simmer for about 8 to 10 minutes.
Yeah. You want it to reduce down. Once that's happened, take it off the heat, put it off so it'll cool down a little bit, and then it'll start to thicken, give you a nice consistency.
That's what I like in my sauce. Consistency, something I can rely on.
Thank you. So while we've got the sauce cooling, now is a perfect time to put together our meatballs. And to do that, we've got a handful of ingredients that are going to go into creating the actual meatballs themselves.
So we are using about a pound of ground chicken. If you ever feel like doubling up the amount of meatballs you have to make, just go ahead and double up all the ingredients we're about to list.
That's right.
So you got a pound of this. We're going to go ahead and use about 2 teaspoons of minced up garlic. You can chop it up real fine like. 3/4 teaspoon of salt and a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper.
That's right. And you're also going to throw in a large egg, 1/2 cup of panko breadcrumbs, or a little extra crunch to the meatball. Or not necessarily the meatball, but just gives it more body using those types of breadcrumbs. 1/4 teaspoon of paprika and a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. And then with that, you're going to put it all into a big bowl like we have here. Give it a good mix with your hands. Those are the best tools you have in the kitchen, so get in there.
Make sure you don't overmix though, because then you're gonna start breaking down the fibers. And you're gonna get a dry meatball. You don't want a dry meatball.
Nobody likes a dry meatball.
Even the sauce won't be able to save it.
That's right. Oh, and another note too, if you're not feeling chicken, feel free to substitute for turkey.
I do like ground turkey.
That's probably equally delicious. Some ground turkey. So we're gonna get that in a bowl and get these meatballs firecracking.
Not your best. As you can see, we've got our meatballs rolled and we have ourselves an even dozen.
That's right. Now, we have an even dozen. Depending on the amount of chicken and meatball, whatever you want, stuff you created, your ball size is going to vary a little bit. So if you want larger balls, you make larger balls. If you like little bite-sized balls, you make those kinds of balls. Either way, whatever it is, the cook time is going to vary. So we have our oven at 475. Recommend a cook time between 10 and 15 minutes. Again, just depending on how big your balls actually are.
Balls.
Delicious chicken balls.
Firecracker balls.
Firecracker balls. Having said all that, we're going to toss these bad boys into the oven probably around 12 minutes or so.
We'll see you on the other side. All right. Firecracker chicken meatballs out of the oven. After we got them all rolled up, rolled them in some sauce, popped them back in the oven for a minute or two, took them out, a little bit more sauce, depending on how much fireworks you want going on in your mouth.
Yep. And now is the important part. To taste these magnificent firecracker meatballs. To see truly whether or not they are, in fact, magnificent. So,
shall we?
Let's do it.
Pretty good.
Yeah. That sauce definitely pulls it all together. Gives a nice flavor.
It's got like a nice Asian zing to it.
Yeah.
Some undertones there with the pepper and just the little bit of sweetness that comes through too.
Yep, brown sugar, and then the red pepper flake and the hot sauce kind of hits you in the back of the throat a little bit.
Yeah, it's a good combo.
Yeah, it's quite nice. We put these in 12 minutes the first time, and then an extra minute after we had rolled them initially in the sauce, and they came out well. If anything, maybe a minute less, maybe on the initial cook time, but I mean, it is chicken after all, so you want to make sure it is cooked all the way through.
Yeah, you don't want to play that game.
Yeah, you don't want to be praying to the porcelain Buddha later.
Feel like popping some cracking of fire in your mouth? This might be the way to go.
That's right. Just throw a chicken meatball in there, some firecracker sauce on it.
Boom!
4th of July in your mouth.
In your mouth. Ooh. All right, everyone. Firecracker, chicken meatballs, sweet, spicy, everything nicey.
It's so delicious.
And hey, think you could host a party now? Maybe?
With these, I think I could. These are pretty delicious and would probably go over fairly well.
I think so.
Anyway, guys, thanks again for watching.
Keep trying out our recipes and subscribe to our channel.
And we'll see you next time on Hot Shot Chefs.
All right. Greg, come here. You want a meatball?
Dude, what are you doing? You're feeding that meatball to your friend Greg.
No, I'm eating my own meatball.
Uh-huh. Sure.
So it's fine. Just don't look over here for a second or two.
Whatever. Just have fun with Greg. Psycho.